Just gonna sit here for a minute and like hope that it doesn't cut out on me. I think I'm good. Huzzah! It works! Good morning everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is something that I have wanted to do for a very long time now. I think I've had the camera I'm filming on for about 7 years. If you don't follow me already, I have my normal Instagram, my beauty Instagram, and my Twitter. They will all be on the screen for you right now. Today I am going to be talking about the Raw Beauty Kristi Colourpop collection. I was so excited to see this when Kristi came out and was collabing with Colourpop. I know how long that she's wanted to do this collaboration. I know how much it means to her, and she is one of my favorite people on this platform. I also want to say a massive congratulations because she is now a mum and her little boy is so stinking cute. So that's a very exciting development as well. So congratulations Kristi, both on your palette with Colourpop and being a new mum. This is the palette here. The collection is called the At For A Sight collection. I picked up the eyeshadow palette and I picked up 2 of the glosses. There were also, I believe, 3 liners and 3 Super Shock shadows that were part of this collection. The collection retailed for, this one retails for $20 USD. Obviously I paid for everything and had it shipped to Oz. So the palette retails for $20 USD. Each of the glosses retails for $9 USD. And they did have the full collection set for $82 USD. I opted just to get the palette and the glosses. I don't mind Super Shock shadows and I really like the liners. However, they were just something that I didn't feel like I needed to add to my collection. So in this palette, so we have the carton here is absolutely beautiful on this palette. It is stunning. I know that the palette is based off of Washington and where Kristi lives and all of the beautiful nature that is there. It is a 12 pan palette and the carton, I think you can see it here. Yeah, there we go. Has this amazing like gloss embossing over the mushrooms, which I just think is so unbelievably pretty. I think it's so insanely cute. Opening up the carton, we have the palette itself. So exactly like that unit carton, the palette is almost like embossed, it's raised, and you have like the gloss mushrooms as well. And then on the back, you've got all of the eyeshadow names and this beautiful design. Whoever Colourpop gets to do their carton designs is so talented and so amazing. These look incredible. We have a whole bunch of matte shadows and we have a couple of their satin shimmers in this palette, which I like. I do like that there is a nice range of colors as well as a range of formulas. So I believe we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matte shadows. We've got 2 like super glittery shadows, which are those 2 here. And then we've got the 1 black that is also a shimmer shadow. It is just a little bit less intense than these 2. The other 2 items I got were the glosses that were in the collection. I've opened them already, obviously, to check them out. Unfortunately, one of my glosses did come broken. I don't know if you can see. So the little stopper that is normally inside the gloss unfortunately fell out of the gloss. So it's stuck, well, it didn't fall out, it's like stuck in the top of the lid. And it was like that when I opened it. So I'm gonna contact Colourpop and see what they can do. It's still usable, it's still okay. It's just like there's a lot of product comes out on the little brush when I pull it out and I can't close the lid anymore, but it is a beautiful gloss. It is absolutely stunning. This is in the color Glacier. This is the other one that I got in the collection, which is called, where's the name? Wildflower. So Wildflower is kind of like the pink slightly pink colored gloss. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, and on top of the packaging there, if this would focus, thinking about it, I don't know if you can see, but the packaging is so pretty. You've got those gold mushrooms just across the top there, and it does say Raw Beauty Kristi. It does say Raw Beauty Kristi X Colourpop on the actual packaging. It's so pretty. This gloss is, ooh, this gloss is more of like a creamy, kind of like translucent, very light pink color. It's super pretty. I love everything in this collection that Kristi did. The liners as well. I kind of am kicking myself that I didn't grab them because they're super pretty. But I'm super happy with everything I got. Collection, I will link everything in the down bar below if you do want to pick it up. Also, please excuse me if I am staring at the viewfinder. Obviously very new to this. It's very much a habit now to make sure that I'm obviously in frame. So very happy with the collection. Again, congratulations to Kristi. I already have my base on today. I applied that just before starting this video, so I will link everything that I've used in the down bar below for my base. Also, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do an everyday makeup tutorial, because this is kind of my everyday base and what I wear of some of my favorite products. So let's get started. Let's try this palette. I might, as we go, oh, highlight be popping though. It's so funny, like I always thought, you know, YouTubers were like, oh, the lights do so much and like they make a dip. No, they do. They really, really do. They make a huge difference. This is such a natural highlight in like real life, but on camera, it's translating so beautifully. This is MAC Lightscape Aid, just getting completely off track for a second. I am going to start by taking on a fluffy brush, if I can find one. I'm going to take just a normal fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take the color, I'm so torn. I feel like I have to do a green and gold look. Like I feel like I have to with this palette. I just feel like there's no choice. But that like purple color is like calling my name. Like wildly calling my name. I don't know what to do. Okay, right. Well, to start with, I just have some concealer on my eyelids and a little bit of powder, obviously, to cancel out any redness. So to start with, I'm going to take some of the color Old Growth. Oh, there's a bit of fallout. Oh, these shadows are very soft. If you get this palette, these shadows are like super, like, I don't know if you can see that, like super soft. So just be kind of wary, I guess, of that when you get them. So I'm going to take some of that color Old Growth, and I'm going to take that just as like a transition shade in my crease. So I'm going to blend that really lightly. I haven't got a lot of product on my brush. I just want to define that crease. The shadow is blending really, really nicely across my lid. And it's still throwing that little bit of pink on my eye that it shows in the pan. These are very, very, very powdery shadows. So if you don't like a powdery shadow, just be wary of that. Also, like obviously only using these products on myself, so please don't come for me for blowing on my palette. I am not a makeup artist. This is just makeup. I like to play with it. I like to try it out on myself. I do not like taking life too seriously, so we're just, you know, we're just having a go here, friends. We're just seeing how we do, playing with some makeup, having a really good time. Perfect. So I've got that blended now through both of my creases. I've extended it out towards the tail of my eyebrow on my brow bone. I like bringing my shadows out that little bit further. That's just personal preference. That color is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. After that, I'm going to take a little bit of Fiddlehead, which is this bottom green color. I'm going to take that, I'm going to start defining that outer edge of my eye. Same brush, I'm a big fan of just using similar brushes. We're going for a little bit of like a blown out kind of like smoky look, so I don't want anything too harsh or that's going to define too much, but I'm just going to start applying that on the outer part of my eye. Really blending it into that crease as well. This color is super pretty. I don't wear a lot of greens, but I am very much enjoying this green. I'm going to take a little bit more of that, and I'm going to take it a little bit higher in my crease. Just really blending it in with that puffball shade. Yeah, that's looking really pretty. Okay, so not patchy at all, was just me and the way that I was applying it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a bit of a green into gold shade, but I want it to be quite blown out and I want it to be quite soft. This is very wearable. I think this palette is like super wearable from what I'm seeing so far, which is really nice. I still want to leave a lot of like that lid space free because I still want to really have that gold color pop. Yeah, it's super pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of the black Let It Rain color. I just want to deepen up that outer crease just ever so slightly. Like, this green is absolutely beautiful. The shadows are blending out gorgeously. I just want to make it that little bit darker. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that. Again, same fluffy brush, really blended out eye today, like nothing too crazy. This shadow is extremely pigmented, so really only taking a tiny bit of that just to deepen up that outer crease, outer corner area, and blending that out. This shadow is a lot more pigmented than I thought, so we have, it is a lot darker than I expected, but that's okay. I was going for something a little bit smoky, so I am not mad about that. It's still so pretty. That green still shows right through that color. By the way, if you guys don't have one of these things, these are the best. I've got one, it's called a color switch brush cleaner. This one's from Sephora. Essentially, there's like a sponge, like quite a stiff but porous sponge in here, and you rub your brushes into them in between colors, and it just takes that color off. And so that it's like semi-clean to use a new color. So now I've done that black, I'm gonna clean my brush off. I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of that old growth color and just really blend out the edges again of that black. Because that was fairly dark. There we go. Blended. I love how that looks. I love that color. It's so pretty. It's such a nice color, and those shadows are blending together really, really well. I'm not going to cut my crease today. I don't want anything too harsh. If you wanted to, you could cut this inner part of the crease and make it a really strong line across there, which would look really pretty as well. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in with West Coast, which is that gorgeous gold color. I really want to try and get a fair bit of pigment out of this and get that really strong gold. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. This is super pretty. I was worried that it would be like really, really flaky gold, and it is flaky. Like, there are definitely some shimmers, like particles in the shadow, but there is a lot of payoff like underneath that color. So I'm going to take it up quite high on my eye into the crease area, because I want to get I want to get a lot of that colour on there. I'll probably go in after with my finger and just pack some of that colour on nice and dense, and so it's very gold, because we want this to be the standout on our eyes. This is so pretty. This is where you go back in if you got any of the Super Shock shadows from the collection. This is where you could really go back in and put some like extra glitter over the top if you wanted to with those Super Shock shadows. I'm going to take my finger in that shadow, just get a little bit of it on my finger and tap right over the top of that gold area just to get that extra bit of pigment on top. Oh, that is so pretty. So on a flat shader brush, I'm going to take that original green that we used, that fiddlehead colour, and I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. And I'm going to smoke that out. Not a whole lot. I don't like super dramatic, like super low on my lower lash line. That's just my personal preference. But I'm going to run that colour pretty much all the way along my lash line. It's super smoky, really pretty. I'm going to go back in with that stiff shader brush and the gold colour in West Coast, and I'm going to apply it under my waterline, right in that inner corner area. We really want that gold to be a feature, so I'm going to apply that right in that inner corner. I'm going to do that on both eyes. Super pretty. That gold shade is absolutely stunning. I love this. I love this look. It's a little darker than I thought and I was going for, but I am a huge fan. That is the eyeshadow palette so far. I love it. I think all the colors were gorgeous. I'm gonna jump off camera and do my liner, lashes, and finish my face off, and then I'll come back and we'll do the lips together. Mascara and eyeliner is done, and I finished off the rest of my face while I was at it. I love these shadows. I love the way this look turned out. They performed gorgeously. Everything looks so blended and smooth. It's amazing when you have such rich colors that you're working with in the palette, so I'm really happy. So I thought I would finish off the lips today with you guys. In my order with Colourpop, I did pick up one of their lippy sticks. I haven't tried these before, but I'm pretty excited. I got this one in Ziggy, so I thought it's pretty dark, but I thought with this look that I might be able to pull it off, so we'll see. I haven't used these before, so I don't know what they're like, but fingers crossed, it works really well. I really like the formula in this. It is super creamy, and the shape of the pencil means it's really nice and super easy to get a really crisp outline of your lips. No, I love that. I wasn't sure about this color, but I'm a fan of it. I think I like it. And to top that off, because I have to, I'm going to use a bit of the Lake Glacier gloss. I think you could definitely leave this lip as is, but I'm going to use a gloss. I'm going to put a little bit on my finger because, as I said, the packaging's a little bit broken. I'm going to put a little bit on my finger and then dab it right in the center. Super smooth formula, really shiny. I think you can see on camera, it's just given me that little bit of shine that I feel like my lips needed. much vampier look than I thought I would go for, but I am so happy with how this turned out. I think this palette is restocking really soon. There are updates on Colourpop's website. I will put the link in the description down below. Overall, if you're thinking about getting this, I think it's a beautiful palette. I think it's really unique. I think Kristi is a fantastic creator on YouTube, and she is amazing and someone that I really, really look up to. So supporting her was really something I enjoyed doing. I think this is great. Thank you for watching my video today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that I can bring you some more fun beauty content in the future, and that this is one of many. So if you really like my content, please subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.